What is up, guys? It's Dylan from Hooked On Fishing here, and what we are actually doing today is breaking in some frogs. Now, you've probably heard of a lot of tips. You can boil them, you can stretch them out, you can leave them out in the sun for a little bit. Those all soften the frog, but there's no better way to get these frogs soft and squishy enough to get those good hook sets in than using and abusing them. So we're at my local pond here that we can fish, and we're just going to be throwing this new frog I bought around and catching a bunch of little bass. There's a few good bass in here, but I've already pulled the hooks out just a little bit, and I've already trimmed the tails so it gets more of a walking action. So I'll tie this on right now. I got 50-pound braid here on a heavy action rod. We're just gonna tie a classic uni knot in through one way, out through the other way, make the loop, bring it around, put it back through the loop you just made, pull that, and put it around the frog and pull. Nice and easy. This isn't a knot tying video, so I'm not going slow for you, but that's just my favorite way to tie most everything. Few things I just use a regular fisherman's knot. But we'll see you out there, and hopefully we can break this frog in and get some nice blow-ups on video. All right, guys, so this actually should be a pretty decent day for topwater. It's cloudy all day, chance of storms all day. There's a storm coming in tomorrow. So all I'm gonna do is kind of try to make subtle casts so it doesn't spook, because this frog's a little bit heavy. I'm gonna try to cast on top of these matted things or even across the bank and then work it across. So just like that is what you want to do. Just barely hit the bank, pop it down off. There we go. That's a chunker right there. That's nice to see. Full belly, it's weird, but it just feels like water. Real squishy. Huh. Still an undersized fish. There's too many of those fish in here. Actually, I haven't talked to the owner about it, but I want to and try to take out some of these fish, because there's just too many that are that size and they just compete way too much. So I forget the name of this frog, what company makes it. It's not a real popular one, but they got this Velcro on top here. I don't think it really does anything, little fur patch, but I think this little eye on the bottom actually helps with getting bit. It might just be like a confidence thing. It is huge to keep changing it up. Not all bass are gonna want the same exact cadence. Yeah, you can pattern them pretty good and figure out, like, all right, do they want it fast? Do they want it slow? But some of them will want the popping frog, which I got on now. Just got a little hollow pop in there, right where you tie the line. Some of them will just want like a subtle walking frog. But yeah, the biggest thing is have a variety of frogs in your box and keep trying them all until you really, really pattern them and you can figure it out. The biggest thing is, I mean, not so much when you're fishing stuff like this, but is color, belly color, really. I mean, it doesn't matter what's on top, it matters what's on the belly. Some of them are gonna want more of a darker color, like a black, and some of them will want like a chartreuse, a white, or a translucent. That all depends on the day, if it's cloudy, if it's sunny, and what kind of stuff you're fishing. So for me, everyone kind of likes their stuff different, but for me, I'm mostly always gonna go to a black or a dark color first, and then from there I'll start switching up. But dark color body, dark color belly is always my go-to. Oh my God. Oh my God. No way. Letting it dangle. No way. That was too cool. I was caught up in the tree. You always hear people talking about it, but I was caught up in the tree, and as soon as it hit the water, it hit it on top. So I let it sit there and I just started dangling it from the tree, just barely in the top of the water. And that came up and smoked it. Super easy to push down. Just tiny little push and it goes down there. I really do love this frog, but the only thing I would say is right here, it doesn't push down at all. So you're only getting like half that hook right there in. I would like to see this come back a little more to like here, so this hollow body can squish down like that. But all in all, I mean, honestly, the action on it might just like trump everything. And that's how you want them to eat it, right there. Down the gullet. Another long, skinny fish though. So all in all, my number one suggestion and tip with frog fishing is just to go out there and fish the frog. You're gonna figure out your own little tricks and cadences and stuff that you will figure out works best for you. Changing up your cadence and doing stuff that's out of the norm with any fish, and especially bass, because in the last 10 years bass fishing has gotten super popular. These fish have seen tons of baits. I'm always changing up what I do, what kind of frog I'm throwing, how I'm throwing it, where I'm throwing it. So don't get frustrated. Just go out there, take these tips, put them in the back of your head, watch more YouTube videos, and just process a bunch of tips and information. Go out on the water and use them. As always, stick with us, stay tuned, and stay hooked.